Southeastern Europe, almost 9,000 years ago, agriculture and animal domestication spread from the Near East to Greece and the Balkans. Small groups of humans abandoned nomadic life and established permanent settlements in fertile plains and valleys. A major change is underway. For the next 3 millennia, several Neolithic cultures will thrive in Southeastern Europe. Each of them has its own distinctive characteristics. But as they remain in close contact, they develop many common traits. This exhibition explores the major achievements of those cultures and the way a level of cultural homogeneity emerged in this part of Neolithic Europe.
With the first period of the Neolithic, we can see the appearance of the specific type of settlement. Generally, we name that like tell site. That means the human communities inhabited hundreds and thousands of years the same place. Some of these tells was protected by defense ditches and walls in clay and wood. Not all. Probably there was some settlements, some tells more important than others.
Although we tend to think of the house as an almost natural habitat for human beings, it was not always like that. In fact, the very idea of the house was born in the Neolithic period. We should not forget that houses and settlements appeared together with agriculture and the domestication of animals, and this is something that for the first time separated the meanings of the wild and the domestic. It is thus probable that houses symbolized also the unity of human society and clear differentiations from wild nature. It is perhaps very closely associated with the identity of the people, with the identity of the group and the family, and perhaps this is the reason why they made so many house models in this period and why quite often they associated these house models with human representation, with figurines, which sometimes, like this example from Thessaly, may symbolize a Neolithic family. One of the areas that the Neolithic people of Southeastern Balkans really excelled was technology. For thousands of years, people made tools of stone, bone, antler, or shell. But sometime in the late 6th millennium, they started realizing the remarkable qualities of metals, and especially copper. The first metal tools they made were simple, small, and made by hammering metal sheet. But soon after the beginning of the 5th millennium, they achieved more sophisticated techniques such as casting in molds, producing from the Carpathian Mountains to Crete an impressive array of forms, frequently very large in size and very effective. One important aspect of metal technology is that it's the first example when humans use material that is not readily available in nature, but needs to be extracted from copper ores through smelting, that is, firing in very high temperatures. This largely chemical process did not, of course, appear suddenly in that period. A long tradition of knowledge and technology of fire, of pyrotechnologies as we call them, had developed since the beginning of the Neolithic for the working of clay, for the creation of ceramic vessels.
Every culture in archaeological sense produced some specific recipient. At the very beginning, they used some pits to cook the clay, the recipient in clay. There, they invented the firing structure, probably using the same structure that was in use in every domestic areas or in houses and buildings. And after a while, they invented kilns, a very specialized firing structures which permitted to obtain wonderful ceramic vessels used by different people in different situations, in different occasions.
In Greece, potters had a long practice of the painted decorations mostly, and this is obvious in the achievements of such results, which are very, very demanding, both for the manufacture and especially for the firing conditions. To obtain with just clay dilutions, clay solutions, a final result of this quality, this means that the potters had a very good knowledge of the pyrotechnology, of the firing conditions.
And near the old Southeastern Europe, in different settlements belonging to different cultures, we can find a specific type of representations. That type have his name, which we ignore if really means that, but we use to say about divine couple. Divine couple, and near all the representations, means two human persons which have different size, different dimensions. One is bigger, and usually it's a female representation, and the second, who have not the same dimensions, probably in the most part of the cases, it's a male one. Sometimes this couple is represented by the mother and the child. Mother would have in his arm the children. That is one of the most important themes which we can find in all Neolithic over here in Southeastern Europe.
One of the questions that many people ask when they see such objects is about their function. The first thing that we should state, we should give as an answer in this question, is that they do not necessarily mean all the same thing, and that they were not necessarily all used for the same purpose. Saying that all these figurines were had the same function would be as if we said that all ceramic vessels were used for the same thing, which is of course not true. This is why it is essential, it is very important that we study not only the external aspect of these objects, but also their technology, their dimensions, smaller, bigger, seated, standing. They are not all alike, and also very, very important, their fine context. I mean, the place and the position or the association with other archaeological features.
We found some little treasuries with figurines, like that one from pottery in pre-Cucuteni culture area. Why they are important? Because we can count 21 figurines, and that 21 figurines, what they represent. We know that all the pieces was deposited inside a ceramic vase, inside a dwelling. 21 figurines represent only one person or 21 person. Judging about the dimensions, we can think that it's only one person presented in different moment of that kind of life, which is more spiritual. Some of them have a little chairs, that mean thrones, probably, and that represent more probably the important position in some moment of such a person. Maybe that could be the mother of the gods, the mother of the fertility of the earth and of the sky.
During the 5th millennium BC, the population which occupied the Balkan Peninsula achieved big success in metallurgy, the technology of pottery making, and also in trade and social life. This can be seen especially in the areas in the northern part of the Balkans, proved by the famous Cycladic cemetery of Varna. It is not only the amount of gold, which is over 6 kilograms, contained mainly in several rich graves, but this cemetery also proved the existence of a very well organized society about the middle of the 5th millennium BC. There was a handful of very rich people, chieftains or kings and or priests. There were also middle-class people, probably craftsmen and tradesmen, and of course the main group was the ordinary poor people. The evidence of the great goods show this social differentiation very clear. We may think about a network of trade which has been organized by that time and which included such long-distance areas like the Aegean or Mediterranean and up to the Middle and West Europe. For instance, Mediterranean shells, dentalium and spondylos, like those here, have been found not only in Varna or in Greece, Romania and Bulgaria and Moldova, but they have been found also in northern Hungary and up to the English Channel. That's why if we speak about the cradle of civilization, the European civilization, this will be the Balkan Peninsula.
Looking around and thinking at a huge number of figurines uncovered from many sites of settlements of that period, we can see that some of them, they have a history. One of these unique type of pieces is the finger. In fact, it's not only one. There are two figurines discovered together, probably being a part of a grave inventory at Cernavoda in Romania. Someone used a piece of clay, molded, and then put that in a fire, in a kiln, probably. It's very similar with another very famous sculpture realized in the 19th century by a French sculptor. And striking, he baptized his sculpture nearly the same manner. Le Penseur. Rodin, he never knew about the thinker from Cernavoda. The thinker from Cernavoda was realized few thousand years ago, but he appeared for us after the thinker of Rodin. What really means that? Why? The sculpture of Rodin and the thinker from Chernobyl can be so wonderful because both are human, are deeply human. They suggest us a sentiment, a feeling, which is common for probably the people in that time, from the people in 19th century, and for us too. And if we try to understand, we can feel and we can see that somewhere behind thousands and thousands of years, there was living some people which have more in common with us.
Εγώ θέλω να ευχαριστήσω τον αρχαιολόγο και επιμελητή της έκθεσης, τον κύριο Κόλοβιτς, και να του πω πόσο συγκινητικό είναι το μουσείο που γίνεται αυτή η έκθεση και στην Ελλάδα και έτσι δείχνουμε στην Ευρώπη, από εδώ, από το μουσείο μας, πώς αυτή η οικογένεια μετά από τόσα χρόνια ξαναπτύσσεται